Guys, Kabuki Beauty Empress here, once again, signing on. Just as I promised, I'm going to do a full makeup application today. So as you can see, my face is clean. I haven't done anything to it except I put on eye cream. This is the Shiseido Kabuki eye cream. It's supposed to strengthen and reduce fine lines along the soft eye tissue. I recommend using this during the day, and I use, well, honestly, I use whatever I get as a free sample from Sephora at night, but right now I'm using Origin's Plantscription Anti-Aging Eye Cream. Got a deluxe sample because I am a VIB Rouge. Alright, so before you do anything, you're going to want to wash your face. I just washed my face, so I'm not going to do it again. But I'm going to wipe it down with a baby wipe, because this is your best friend. You want to have this on top of your makeup table. Since I moved the makeup that I needed over here for space reasons, I can't really show you my makeup table right now. Maybe I'll figure out a way to do that when it's a little, you know, when I have a little bit more space. Okay, so I'm just wiping my face down again. Illustrate how important that is. And what we're going to do is the eye skin here to reduce creasing. Now, I'm only going to be 29 very soon, so I'm only 29 right now as of 2014. So, my eye skin is not, you know, I don't have a lot of fine lines, but I do have some. They're appearing, and you can see I get these little bags. So I'm going to put a little bit of my Shiseido Kabuki on for it, and I'm going to let it set and plump up the skin. Now this is something I learned from Wayne Goss, and this is something that you can do in stages and in layers, depending on how much free time you have. Like, if you don't have a lot of free time, this is not something you're going to do. This is my quick makeup tip tutorial, so I'm just kind of doing this to show you guys that you can do this and get better results, because it'll plump up the skin under the eye. I've noticed that it's really true. And just put on a tad a tad bit more than you think you need, and you're just gonna let that absorb for a few minutes. So you'll see. I forgot something. You should also moisturize your face at this stage. I would do this, but I don't have any moisturizer right now. You know, it's funny. But also put something on your lips. Rub it in. Let it absorb. I'm using Kiss Lift from Guerlain. I don't know how to say this. Yeah, I have no idea how to say that. It's Guerli, or I'm sorry, AIN. Or, yeah. But this stuff is great. If you have any more moisture problems, I suggest using something like an oil and then blotting it down and using a moisturizing lipstick. But we're going to talk about that later. I still have eye cream waiting on. Oh, you know, it's starting to actually dry up. So the next step of this is going to be primer. One that I recommend is the Urban Decay Primer Potion. It's really good. I also use the Benefit 365. Like, honestly, I've not seen a high-end primer that's not worked for me. I just chose to use the anti-aging Urban Decay primer because it has a little anti-aging serum in it, and it has a little bit of coverage in it, and I like that. I also have my 365 concealer, which I use when I'm, well, when I want like a heavier covering, because this one has a sheerness to it, but it doesn't really, as you can hopefully see, it doesn't really cover my eye. I brought my makeup mirror too, so let's see if maybe you guys can see a little better if I turn it on and like face it towards me as if I were using it. Can that? Yeah, I think that does help you see a little better. Though it doesn't really stay very well, but we'll figure that out. Alright. So, I have primer on one side. Looks like you're going to see one side better than the other, but it's better than not seeing either at all. I swear to God, I will get all these things ironed out one day. So I'm going to put concealer on, so I'm putting the primer under my eyes. But if you're not going to do that, you don't need to do that. You can just leave it the way it is. Like, it's fine. If you don't have dark circles, bags under your eyes, or if you just don't, like, give a fuck, then don't do it. It doesn't matter. Nobody cares that much. This is all for you, ladies, so I want you to think about this when you're putting your makeup on. Like, this is your you time. This is like when you get to pamper your face with delicate brush strokes, and you get to put on your war paint and face the day. So now, I've let my primer set. It's a fast-setting primer, so it doesn't need a lot of time, and I'm just going to very gently, with my fingers, because honestly, it's the best precision blending tool you're ever gonna find. It's warm. It warms up the cream, and look how nice it blends into my skin, just like that. I love it. The concealer that I'm using right now is Yves Saint Laurent. It's called Touche Décollé. In case you don't know, I don't speak French. I speak a little Japanese, no French. But yes, this is it. It's called Radiant Touch. And I've heard people call it sleep in a bottle. And it really is sleep in a bottle. It will make you like look much more awake. I put these in my fine lines. Help it pop that out a little bit. Chin dip. Maybe a little bit in the Cupid's bow. A little bit on the top of the nose, maybe a little bit between the brow. I'm going to blend all that out, so. Alright, now, this is my favorite BB cream so far. I've not found anything to rival it. It's called Dr. Jart's. It's Korean. If you get BB cream, in my experience in the States, oh, is it empty? I'm sad. It's not empty. And another tip, buy one of these things if you see it, because it's going to save you a lot of money. Because look at, like, okay, maybe you can't really tell on the camera, but there's a significant amount of product in there, and I'm not just going to throw that away, because this stuff costs like 40 bucks. I'm sticking my spatula in there. I'm going to get it out. Dr. Jart's makes a great product, though. They really do. Their stuff is amazing. It has, you know, a great color on the skin. And it does all sorts of good things for your skin. Like, it's got antioxidants and all that stuff. Alright, since this is going to take a little while for me to scrape a good amount of beauty balm out, I think instead what I'm going to do is make a whoopsie, and I'm going to take this off and redo it and come back. Okay, my second follow-up favorite product. I usually use BB creams because they have a primer in it. So this is primer. This one happens to be one that I like a lot, but it's just a free sample I got from Sephora. I won't buy it again. Called the Radiance Primer, and honestly, I think it looks good alone. You don't need anything else with this stuff. Like, it just makes your skin look glowy, dewy, and beautiful. Let me try to angle the mirror. Yeah. I'm super shiny right now, but we're gonna fix that. And yes, this is how I put makeup on. It just goes everywhere. You don't need to be very precise, especially with like foundation and primer. Just get it everywhere. Get it all over your face. Alright, so that's my Radiance Primer. The reason I like this primer, it doesn't do anything. Like, the Stila primer I enjoyed because it actually had arbutin in it, which can actually correct the color of your skin. That one doesn't do anything besides add a glow to it and make your face nice and matte for an application, but it adds a really nice dewiness, as you'll see. I'm waiting for this to kind of sink into my skin a little bit. I talked to you guys about that stuff. Well, the BB creams, I'm really sad I didn't get to show you, but they have a primer in it, so you don't need to go through this step. And they have color correction generally, and they'll have things like wrinkle reduction, blah blah blah. So this is my second choice. This is my Shiseido liquid foundation. It's got SPF 15 and it's got pore refining stuff in it. Who knows? This is B00, very light beige, because I'm extremely pale, in case you can't tell. So we're going to pour some of this into my fingertips, and I'm just going to like rub it together and blammo. Without the Radiance Primer, I just want to point out this stuff is extremely matte and looks almost powdery. So it's why I don't wear it every day, because I don't have a primer right now, and yeah, you know, it looks kind of powdery, but without, I mean, with the primer, it looks great. I have to check in the mirror, because it's really hard to see my face accurately in the webcam. Alright. So, how does that look? That's just one coat. Do I want to do more? I'm rubbing foundation over my lips because I like to be able to shape my lips a little bit. It also gives you it gives you a better idea of what shade lipstick you should be wearing. But since we're doing my signature look, I already know what shade of lipstick I'm going to be wearing. And I got this look idea inspired by Kabuki. So it's very fitting to do a video on it, I think. Alright. My foundation is complete. Barao. Alright. Now, going to do... I got the wrong thing. You don't need this. Okay, so I got it. So I was going to do some bronzer, but I decided against that. Instead, I'm just going to do some blush, because it's still technically winter, so I feel like bronzer is a weird thing to have on in the winter. This is my makeup thing, by the way, my brushes, and I don't have enough. So if you have at least these many brushes, you probably don't have enough. Alright, let me see. Which one do I want to use for my blush today? I'm going to go with my... This is my Bobbi Brown blush brush. So you're going to swirl... See, this is also high-end makeup, okay? It's not going to explode everywhere. It's good stuff. It's going to last a long time. So you're going to swirl your brush into there. And then you're going to pull back and see how you find your cheek? It's from your ear to here, and from this part to your mouth. So like this whole section is going to be colored. So I'm going to swirl it on my actual cheekbone, and then I'm going to blend it out. Blend it the fuck out. Don't look like a hooker. Like, I know too many girls that just wear like 2 spots of red on the middle of their cheek. No. No, that's bad. That's bad. You don't want that. And also remember, I'm putting on a little extra so that you can actually see it at home. It's really hard to see, so you might not need to do this much. Like, to me this looks very red on this side, but I see on the camera you can't see it as much, so. Ba 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 ba. I, of course, got that was a new swirl. A little bit more because I didn't swirl it as much. And we're blending it out. Up. Maybe a little on the nose. A little on the chin. A little more on the chin. And then, surprise, surprise, we're going to go and take our temple. And swirl again around the temple. And then blend it up and in. Into your hairline. So it's going to make it look more natural. Now we're just gonna blend it out so it doesn't look like you're like a lioness, okay? So I'm gonna use this for that. This is usually what I use for my powder foundation, but it works for this too. And I also usually use it for my loose powder when I'm powdering my face down, because it's a good way, like if you get too much blush on your face, take a translucent white powder, or what I have is the Anna Sui loose powder. It's a light violet, so it gives my skin a nice contrasty tone. And you just want to put a light coat in that, and it'll tone everything down. Now I'm using NARS Orgasm in Laguna. I'm sorry, it's in Copacabana. Yeah, Copacabana. Stupid names. You want to put a dip in your little Cupid's bow. Alright, and then you want to put a little dip under the chin and between the eyes. I like to go so far as to put it on the corner of my eyes because it opens up the eyes. And sometimes I'll put it a little bit under my brow like that. Okay. Sometimes I'll also put it on my under eye, depending on how bad it is, but I feel like it draws attention to it, so I'm just going to leave it alone for today, especially since this is my everyday look. I don't do that every day. Alright, so now we're just going to put on a really light shade of makeup. You always want to start out with your lighter shades first. So I'm going to put on a very almost white. You can see this is a Kat Von D matte set, and I'm using this one. Okay, this is called Vespertine. Okay. Alright, so I'm just gonna put a little bit of that right there. Let me check my mirror, make sure it actually happened. A little bit, yeah. So I'm just gonna fill in like this. Okay. Now, my red. It took forever for me to find this red. I love this red. It's from Makeup Forever. It's called blush powder. I didn't notice that until now, so probably it's not supposed to be in your eyes, but I don't know why you'd possibly push this on put that on your cheeks. I don't know. I bought it with the other eyeshadows. I don't give a fuck. It's good. So, I just put it on the lower lid, okay? And you're gonna slightly tug on your lid, and you're gonna just give it little feather strokes, okay? Because it takes a while to build up to the amount of pigment that you want to show. Let me check my mirror. That's good. Okay, so you can't really tell. Well, maybe you can actually. You can't really tell as well as I was hoping on the camera, but you can tell. So, this is number 158. It's called Cool Red, I remember. So I remember thinking, how is that possible? Oh, gross. I have some mascara in my eye that seems to have not gone away despite multiple washings. So I have to be super careful, especially if you wear a lot of eye makeup like me. You want to make sure you get all the makeup off, not only because of a risk of infection, but also because it doesn't give you a clean application. So, did my blush, I did my shadow, and I think I'm just going to put my gel liner on, and then we're going to work on the brows, because this is unacceptable and can't possibly happen. This is my favorite eyeliner brush. You have to wash it every single time. It's worth it though. It doesn't take long to dry out. It's called the Liner Brush by Lit Cosmetics. I don't know if you can see that. I'm not sure. And once again, I'm using Inglot 77. It's black. I'm going to just carefully sweep this over. And then I'm going to try to do this in the thing. Let's see how this goes. I don't recommend anything but a gel liner when you're wearing shadow, because I've had, or unless you're going for smoky eye effect, because otherwise I've had terrible luck with liquid liners and shadow. Now see, you can start out with a really faint line like that, but I don't like that. I like to be bold, and with boldness comes big wings. So if you run into me on the street, probably, unless I'm going somewhere or felt bored, I'm gonna be looking like this. Right? All right. It doesn't have to be perfect, but if you're like me, you want it to be as perfect as you can. I love this brush because it gives me so much control. I also have my signature dot. See? This is why you need a baby wipe. This is why. So I'm going to come back to that and put my primer and my foundation. I was a bit of a pain in the ass, but it's not really that bad. So I did my eyes, and now I'm really hoping you guys know how to find your brow, because I'm going to do a video on that, but I haven't done it yet. There's tons of videos on YouTube. Okay, and just so you know, I'm taking a baby wipe and I'm just wiping down this brush. It's really tempting to go and buy like the brush cleaners and all that stuff, so you can have a clean brush every day. But brushes are like hair, so you're going to dry your brush out and destroy it if you do that. So don't do that. Really take the time to hand wash them. Okay, so now we put on 2 shades of eye color. I'm taking a completely unused brush, and I'm just gonna blend them into each other. Check my makeup mirror. Oh. No. Alright. Harder than it looks. Funny, I thought this would be like stupid easy today. Alright. I'm sorry, I have to fix my wings in the mirror because I honest to God can't see for shit on this. So I'm just gonna do my dot on this too. Okay, my dot's kind of huge because I just couldn't deal with it. Alright, so now I'm wiping my hands down because I got eyeliner on it, which is like doom. When you have good eyeliner, it's great, but you don't want to get it someplace you don't want it because it doesn't come off. Now you can see my lashes are, well, I haven't finished blending this one, but I want to let it dry, so this one I got a little bit of a mascara smudge, but I'm blending it out so I don't care that much. The really nice thing about Inglot also is that, I'm going to just touch up over that spot that I got the eyeliner, is that it gives you 60 seconds before it sets to fix it. So if you have a problem, you cannot panic and you can just smudge it, fix it, rub it off, whatever you have to do. Alright, so now you see this needs a little bit more blending maybe. Alright. And I got eyeliner in it! Alright. This is much easier to do when you are not looking into a webcam, and I have to figure out a better way to do this. So now I'm just coloring in my waterline, and just for the sake of easiness, since I've been making mistakes on the webcam with my gel, I just am coloring it in with my Urban Decay 24/7 eyeliner in Perversion Glide On Eye Pencil. Now I gotta agree with Bobbi Brown, not Bobbi Brown, maybe Bobbi Brown too, I don't know, with Wayne Goss. Really, the eyeliner and the mascara, they're just two things that you can do to make everything pop and look good. I don't know why everything has to be sexualized with makeup. It's really weird. But the mascara that I recommend is better than sex. The reason I recommend it, I'm going to show you in a second. It curls my lashes for me, and it volumizes, and I really do notice a difference between this and drugstore mascara. People say that you can get off with buying cheap mascara, and I've not found that to be the case. I found that cheap mascara does not, do you see? Does not hold up as well, or leave your lashes looking as thick and dark. And once again, if you can see how I'm applying, I'm basically lightly stroking while I blink. Okay. So now we have the eyes done. That's the most important part of the look, in my opinion. We have to reinforce it with the brows, because look at that. That is not okay. You can't go out like that. This is the brow box from Urban Decay. I love it. It comes with brow wax, which I don't use. My hair's darker, so I'm going to go with the darker shade. Sorry, it's hard to do. And I'm just going to start where I'm holding it at the tip of the arch, if you notice. I like a deep angle, and I'm just going to start to blend it in like that. God, see how much better that looks? You have to do your eyebrows, and do it with a shadow. I'm using a shadow, not penciling in my eyebrows. That is a bad idea. I'm taking the angled end, and I'm brushing it like that along my brow line, and then I'm just turning it slightly so that the angle's pointing the other way, and I come down. My eyebrows are over tweezed. I'm not happy with that. Some of you might be able to shape yours a little bit, but God, I really recommend not tweezing your eyebrows, because it's like once it's gone, it just never comes back. Alright, so we did the eyebrows, we did my blush, my foundation. I'm starting to look gorgeous. I'm happy. But we're not quite done yet. So remember the concealer foundation? I just want to take a little tiny bit of setting powder. Tiny. Shake it off. And I just want to apply it. And like literally this is what I'm doing. Tapping just the top and shaking it. And then that's it. Blammo. And I'm just going to give it, because I have very deep dark under eye circles, in case you can't tell, I'm just going to give it once more. And I know everybody's going, oh my god, you can't put cream on top of top of setting powder, but you can. And it will work, and it will not look cakey and gross. And Wayne Goss showed me that on a video. I have a bunch of his videos linked that I found helpful, so I suggest checking those out too. Hopefully someday I can be as successful as he is. Alright, and now, whoop! That was my mirror falling over. I don't know if that's a bad omen. Alright. Sit there for 1 second, mirror. This is the color I like to finish this look off with. I don't know where to get it, because it came in a Wizard of Oz limited edition box set, and it's called Theodora. It's, Super Saturated Gloss Lip Color by Urban Decay. Now, in case you didn't notice the kiss lift I had before, it's a lip primer. So it had absorbed into my lips, so I didn't need to blot or do anything like that. But if you don't have a lip primer, then you're going to have to do that. Alright, so this is my signature look. See? Red peekaboo in the eyes. It's a little muddy because I couldn't get it perfect on the webcam. I'm sorry. I'll do it again if you guys are really interested. But you know how to do it by now. I've showed you everything. And this is how I finish off everything. And you should too, because it's awesome. The Urban Decay All-Nighter Setting Spray. It turns all of your makeup into waterproof, semi-permanent stuff. Yes. Now I sit here and I wait for it to dry. Alright, so that's about it. That's my, can you open my eyes yet? Almost. Right, there you go. That's my everyday look. I like to be bold and be beautiful, so that's what I do. My wings are huge. As you can tell, this is not a look for everybody. You have to have the right kind of personality to pull it off. So, just like anything else, find your own routine and whatever makes you feel beautiful and do that. And, you'll have fun with it. I've been showing you guys, you know, basic tips and stuff like that, but I'll get more into different looks because I think that's more my speed. So if you guys want to suggest anything, you know, like prom makeup, I don't know, business, you know, interview makeup, whatever, just please drop me a comment or discussion thing or whatever. I'd love to hear back from you guys. It's awesome. It makes my day. So thank you for helping me beautify today, and I hope that it was fun and informative for you guys, and I will see you soon. Oh, but I do have one more quick tip for you guys if you're going to be out or if your brows are just still not dark enough. Anastasia Colored Tinted Brow Gel. Forgot. I usually use this instead of the beeswax to set my brows, because you want your brows to be nice and, you know, in a shape. You don't want it to just be like bleh. That's not good. Alright, thank you guys for watching. You're awesome. Love you guys. Peace out. Be pretty. Enjoy life. And remember, this is your war paint. You're a warrior. Go out there and fight for your awesomeness, fight for your dreams. You can do it. I'm here to encourage you, empower you, and show you different pretty ways to beautify your face. Ta-ta!